Man, yeah, cameramen are hard to come by these days. Anyways, hi guys, welcome to Stefan Eats. And in this video, we're gonna explore the diverse world of Vietnamese food, specifically in Vancouver. We're gonna explore not only some old school spots, but some new spots that have popped up. So get ready because we are going to really dive in. Let's go to our first spot. This spot does one dish really well, chicken pho. Let's go. Disclaimer, my pronunciation for a lot of these will absolutely suck. So please be nice in the comments. First of all, the number one, and the number one is really what got me excited. It's literally just a chicken pho. So the pho is clear chicken broth. Actually, this one, I think you get two options. You can get one with the kind of chicken broth that's a little bit cloudy, and then the other one that's just clear. I think this one is actually the cloudy one. And what's really cool for me are all the kind of pieces are different parts of the chicken. You get chicken balls, you get sliced chicken, chicken gizzard, chicken liver, some quail eggs. Compared to other traditional phos, this is one that you really don't find that often. Right away, what I'm really loving, look at this guy. I think this is the liver right there, the chicken balls, and I'm just gonna try it by itself. Of course, just comes with the typical noodles. And I think the first thing actually is I really want to try the broth just to see how kind of clean it is. Yeah, very clean tasting. Honestly, it's just like a really good chicken soup. And then of course, what you really want to do is just get those noodles in there. So let's try the noodles.
Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Let's get some of this chicken right here. Maybe some of this liver. Look at that, just huge amount of liver. It almost looks like a growth. I hope that made you hungry. Oh wow, that one's super creamy. Let's chase it with this chicken ball. Oh, that chicken ball is amazing. Where are you, gizzard? Oh, there you go. I think that's a gizzard right here. Perfect. That gizzard is way more tender than I thought it would be. They've just cooked it just to the point where it's cooked, but just not rubbery at all. What you really want to do now is just add all your garnishes. Let's try a little bit of this chicken with that hot sauce all together. Oh man, look at that. Yes, perfect. Oh. Oh man. Honestly, the kind of innards are my favorite parts because they've just cooked them so well. Like I said, the broth is just very clean. We're getting so much flavor from those amazing innards that they've added, and that's really where your flavor is coming from. This is a very, very solid bowl of pho. I will be back for sure. This is kind of cool. So this is just going to be your basic chicken soup, but on the side, they give you a fried chicken. Now, I thought originally you're going to put it in there, but he told us not to. You know what? I kind of want to get that middle piece. Yeah, look at this guy. Yes. So just some fried chicken. They've kind of just cut it down the middle. Just comes super hot, super crispy. And I think also maybe, you know what I might do is dip it in the broth a little bit, and then I'm gonna dip it maybe in this sauce here too. Oh yeah. I thought it was gonna be maybe a little bit dry, but there's really some great flavor. It's fairly juicy, and then when you dip it in that sauce, it's really what gives you that extra flavor. It's a very kind of simple fried chicken, but done super well. The skin is really nice. The skin is fairly crispy. Oh man, now you gotta have to dip it in that sauce. That's really where you're getting so much flavor. Okay, one more. Look at that. The skin is really what's impressing me. The skin is just super crispy and kind of bubbly. Oh man, that is seriously good. HIEN, very well known for their rice rolls and also some banh mi's. So let's go in here. I've been here once before, and it's a really cool joint. And I really like this place. tell people what my next video is, or should I not leak what's coming next? I really like this shop because they have some really unique ingredients. A lot of little dishes, desserts, snacks that you really wouldn't find in a lot of other shops. This is really my kind of joint. I really like these kind of spots, and this is really the kind of stuff I like to support. So heavy, I have to carry it like this. Okay, let's go. Look at that. Oh, a perfect little spot. Okay, so this place is only to go. It does say dine in, but no, there's no dine in there. First of all, I think we're gonna start with the rice rolls because that's really what I came here for. And we actually got a different one that I'm used to this time. This one we got the shrimp wow, and woof, okay. Normally, you know, I think the price for the rice rolls is about 12 to 13, and that may seem a little high until you see how many rice rolls you do get, and that is a lot. So this one is shrimp and pork. Cutlery wise, they don't have too much, they have spoons. So that's all we're kind of stuck with. So I'm gonna try to just separate them, and now these will not have as much stuffing as your typical Chinese rice rolls. I'm gonna put this guy here. But then this is another interesting one. I have no idea how I'm going to pour this sauce. That's gonna be a tough one. I do have a plan B, and might get killed for this one, but this sauce looks like it might be something similar, so I'm gonna do this sauce. This is another interesting one. I have no idea what this is. This had no name, which right away intrigued me, so I got it. And I don't know what this is. This looks like some kind of coconut thing. I'm gonna try a little bit of this sauce on the rice roll. I'm assuming this has more chili in it. Oh yes, it does. Oh lordy. Okay, perfect. Let's pour a bit of that on there. And then let's spoon it up. So inside is kind of cool. Inside you just have, you know, I'm gonna try to open it up a little bit. But we did get, yeah, there should be like small bits of shrimp, a little bit of pork, and that's about it, I think. And maybe some woodier mushrooms too. I'm gonna kind of dip it more into that sauce, and there you go. That'll be my first rice roll bite there. Oh man, that's really good. Well, it doesn't seem like there's that much filling. There's a lot of flavor. The rice roll is perfectly cooked. The filling has a little bit of texture. There's some crunchy carrots. There are a couple of veggies in there that kind of make it crunchy. There's the pork. The pork has a nice sweet flavor, and that kind of chili sweet sauce, kind of sweet salty, is really good. And it's actually a very good addition to this. Next dish, and this is very kind of unique. I literally have no clue what this is. It feels like some kind of coconut cake. I really don't know what this is. This could be, no, it's mushy. Really don't know what this is. Let me try it by itself, and then I'll try it with the sauce to start. Whoa, what in the hell is that? I think it'll be better with the sauce. What is that paste? It almost tastes like mashed up elderly seafood mixed with some egg and then just kind of paste it on there. Let me get a spoonful again, and let me just douse it with a whole bunch of sauce. I think this guy needs quite a bit of sauce. Yeah, just like a lot. Wow, that is funky. It takes some getting used to, but it almost feels like an egg salad sandwich, but instead of the egg, you replaced it with like a bunch of funky sardines. Not my favorite thing in the world, but I think with the sauce, it's not bad. It's bearable. So we've ordered pretty much almost every Vietnamese dish on the menu. Here are a couple of cool ones here. So these are kind of little baguette sticks with just a bunch of pate inside. I'm not really sure what this sauce is. You can order these individually. I think you need to order 3 minimum. Oh yeah, everything is hot. The baguette is very, very crunchy, very crispy, so you get a nice texture from that. The pate inside is also hot, and then you get a bit of a spicy sauce on top. But everything is hot, so you're getting just a kind of steamy bite, and I really enjoy that. It's a very addictive little thing. There's something that's on my peripheral vision that is very intriguing, and I might just try a little bit of this on the baguette because I think it'll work really well. And it's this guy right here, this kind of garlic chili sauce. I know it's only supposed to be for the pho, but I think this might actually work really well with this. Just a bit of that pickled garlic, maybe an extra chili. Okay, there you go. Oh yeah. Do yourself a favor and add this chili vinegar because that is absolutely outstanding. Just so much raw garlic, chili, intense flavor, a bit of fish sauce probably. Oh, and that just wakes this whole thing up. Do that 100%. Oh yeah. Next dish, and this is probably one of the reasons I came here. This is crispy fried frog, and right away, I love how you're just getting half a frog. This frog was probably living its life, maybe listening to a bit of rock and roll, it's jumping from pad to pad, and all of a sudden just somebody came along and just blah, just right in the middle. And I don't know where the head went, but the rest of the body is here for us to enjoy. This is just amazing looking. Look at that. Just full of garlic, chili, and oh my God. This looks, honestly, this looks outstanding. This might be one of the most exciting frog dishes I've seen in quite a while. This guy had some muscles. Wow, this guy went to Steve Nash Fitness. Let me just grab a bit of this guy right here. I'm gonna kind of dip him a bit more into the chili. Maybe right here, there you go. And let's just try it like that. Oh man, that is a hefty, delicious frog. A little bit more of that meat. And what I really like about this one too, is you're really getting lots of frog meat. Oh, crispy, meaty, juicy, delicious, and you get that kind of just caramelized garlic flavor, a bit of the chili, but it's not too spicy. And you know what though? Oh yeah, I must say that works pretty well. You can even say it's riveting. Yeah, you know, ribbit. It's a frog. Ribbit. I'll steam myself out. This one's fairly decadent. So this is a pho bo. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. So right away you have the broth, a whole bunch of beef brisket, and then we've actually ordered some more fatty beef brisket, some bone marrow, and then actually a sous vide egg. Sorry. This originally I think is $17. This will automatically turn into I think about a $25 pho, which is very expensive, but already, I mean, look at the amount of bone marrow they've given us. Oh my Lord. I think this is also mixed with the fatty brisket, so it's not all bone marrow. I think the pro move is just to plop it all on there. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay, perfect. And then, of course, let's get this egg right in the middle. Oh man, okay, that looks pretty damn good, I must say. Let's get into this egg. It's, oh, look at that. Oh, yes, oh my God. This might be the richest pho broth I've ever seen. Oh, okay, first bite, and just look how much fat is in there. Oh, it looks so good. Oh yeah, just fatty, beefy goodness. Man, I don't think I even got broth in that one. It's just literally just a whole bunch of beef fat. Oh wow, okay, let me go a bit deeper. Oh, look at that beef brisket there too. Oh, that looks amazing. Okay, let me try some of this guy here. I mean, I haven't even seen one noodle yet. There's one more. Oh man. Oh. That is literally fattiness on top of fattiness, extra fattiness. Everywhere you put your spoon, there's going to be fattiness, extra beef. As much as I love all that fattiness, I think this is why this is here. I think it's really good to cut into the fattiness with some of this kind of garlic there. So let's just add a whole bunch of it. Oh, look at all that garlic. Yes, perfect. That's really what you want. A little bit more vinegar too. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more. Teeny bit of garlic. Okay, so let's try that. Oh, look how milky the broth is because of the egg too. Oh my lord. Okay, I just want to try this broth with the vinegar and everything. Oh yeah. Oh, that really adds to the whole dish. It almost looks like a ramen broth now. Let's try some of the noodles, which have just soaked up all that beefy goodness. Look at that. Oh, perfect. Oh, you know what? As much as I really like the broth, I think the noodles are stunning. Just not too soft. Even though they've been in that broth for a while and we've taken many pictures, they're just very nicely al dente. Oh, and look at that. Just a noodle beef and bone marrow bite with the chili on top. I don't think I could compose a more perfect bite. Wow. Do you want crab noodles? I want crab noodles. Let's go get some crab noodles. Before we start, just big shout out to this giant jug of tea with like literally the biggest ice cube I've ever seen. It's like a whole iceberg is in there. And it's, look at this thing. You're like, how big are your ice cube trays? And of course, if those are not enough for you, then you have more ice cubes in the cup. I'm really sorry, Vietnamese people. One of these I can probably say, the other one is gonna be a little bit tougher. So yeah, the two specialty soups they do have here. The first one is the bun ryu. I have butchered that name, very, very sorry. This one should have a whole bunch of crabs, some tomatoes, just pork blood, fish cakes, pretty much everything you really want in a soup. Of course, those fresh tomatoes in there. Looks really nice. The second one is fairly unique. This is kind of like a more gloopy dish. I think there's some tapioca noodles in there. It's called a ban kan kua. It's like a seafood broth. Some tapioca noodles, some pork blood, pork hock, and a bunch of other goodies. I think for me, this is right here in front of me. This looks really cool. This is fairly unique. You don't see this dish very often in Vancouver. What I really like too is look at just the giant mountain of herbs that comes with everything. This dish, fairly kind of gloopy texture, as you can tell. Look how kind of thick it is. And I think that is from the tapioca noodles really releasing their juices into the broth. And then of course, look at that. Oh, there are the tapioca noodles right there. Oh, that looks amazing. Yeah, way thicker noodles. And of course, just a giant kind of pork blood. I think this is pork potentially. Pretty much all the goodies you really want in a soup. Oh, look at that. Oh, nice. Okay, let me try the broth first, and then that kind of meat that I just grabbed looked pretty good too. Okay, broth test. Oh yeah, lots of flavor, fairly salty. Oh yeah, a bit of cartilage in there. Like a meatier chewy bit. I think there's some tendon for sure, and then there's like a big piece of pork. Thicker noodles have a harder time grasping onto any kind of stock or soup. So the thicker soup really kind of clings onto these noodles, and look at that. Very thick tapioca noodles. Choose it with a pork blood. There you go. Gelatinous-y, irony, delicious. Yeah, that's really good. It's not really spicy. It's just a very simple tomato-based broth. I just found a big chunk of crab. I was wondering where the crab was. They were kind of hiding in the bottom. Oh, yes. Chunky, fishy, delicious crab flavor. This is a fairly common dish in lots of parts of Vietnam. The bun roux should have a whole bunch of crab and of course just your thinner noodles too. Oh, look at that. Loving just the amount of the thin noodles. And also I really like the portion sizes are fairly big. The prices are, you know, not cheap. They're kind of average for these kind of dishes. So I am very happy that you are getting a decent sized portion. There should be some crab eggs, and these might actually this might even be the crab egg here. Oh, look at that. Oh, perfect. And what you really want to do is just mix the crab eggs inside the whole soup. This looks like a really legit soup. Oh, look at that. The kind of the ham part. Oh, this looks really good. Okay, let's take a bite of that. Oh, that's pretty good. Very aromatic, a little bit fishy, but very clean tasting broth. I want to try the side with the crab eggs. This is kind of the side where I dissolved all the crab eggs. Extra fishy flavor. Now what's interesting is the noodles are kind of like, I think they're chopped, the noodles, so they're not super long. Kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. Oh, yeah. Get that bite with those crab eggs inside, and you are in a very good place. Let's see, what do we really want to do here? You know what, let's try this ham. Haven't had the ham yet. Wow. Vietnamese ham, always delicious. Let's get this guy here. That bite made me really happy. Super gelatinous-y skin, but for me, that broth is really outstanding. This is a very good version, very solid version of the bun roux. Alongside the other spot, which we did on Victoria, which I also can't say the name, that place and this place, I think their bun roux are probably the best in the city. Just about finished here, so let's go on to the next spot. Oh, delicious. Amazing. We ordered two different things, but they look very similar. So we have the kind of coconut, pretty much coconut a whole bunch of different ways, a whole bunch of shaved ice on top. And then this is our durian specialty. I don't see any durian. Oh, yes I do. Oh lordy, there you are. Uh-oh. Yep, that's the durian there. Okay, well, I will take back my words because that's quite a bit of durian. Oh. Oh, yeah, you can smell it. It's probably not fresh durian. My guess is it was frozen. Oh yeah, super creamy. Actually really not that funky. Let's mix it a little bit more with the ice, the coconut milk. And I think there's like little tapioca balls in there too. Oh yeah, that durian is so lush. So creamy, but really not that duriany at all. Not that funky. A little bit of oniony flavors now starting to creep up, but it's really one of the mildest durians I've had in quite a while. Let's go into this less offensive dessert. This one is a little bit, I mean, this one's just coconut. It's one of their like specialty dishes. Just a whole bunch of coconut pieces, shavings, cream, and this one looks really good too. Oh yeah. Texture city, all over the place. You get kind of strands, you get jellies, you get some like creamy bits, custardy bits, full-on coconut flavor with ice, coconut milk too. Very, very refreshing. Yeah, I like this one quite a bit. Be in the Vietnamese, a fairly new spot. I think it's only been open for about 2 to 3 months. I've seen this on a couple of Instagram accounts, so I thought I'd join the popular people and try to like show the good stuff. And of course, nothing says Vietnam like a Corona. Yeah, it's a Mexican beer. They were out of Saigon Express. This place a little bit higher end, but also some very unique dishes that you don't really see in other Vancouver restaurants. Everything kind of almost came at the same time. Decisions are hard to make. You have your amazing duck noodle over here. You have your kind of prawn cakes. I think these are kind of coconut little cakes. This is beef wrapped in betel leaves. And of course, your very common chicken wings. 2 different ones, salt and pepper. And then you have your kind of fish sauce, chili / something else chicken wings. Right away, I want to go right for this guy right here. This one's pretty cool. Very typical. You see these quite often, especially Phnom Penh, for example, will have a version of these. So let's try their version, kind of fish sauce chicken wings, and let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, you know what's really cool? You really do taste that fish sauce. I like the flavor a lot. I think it needs a little bit of acidity though. And why not? Let's get some pickled veggies on there too. Oh, wow. Without those kind of veggies, just tasted kind of crispiness and a little bit of fish sauce, but those veggies are fairly acidic, vinegary, and then the extra acidity from the lime, and it just completely changes everything. This will be beef that kind of wraps in a betel leaf, and the betel leaf is a very unique dish just to Vietnamese cuisine. And what's really cool is you can order these individually, or you can actually order them with vermicelli. Oh yeah, lots of flavor. The crushed peanuts are very nice on there. The betel leaf, I want to say it almost has like a almost minty kind of taste. Overall, that's really good. A very addictive kind of dish. Let's go right into the next one. This is really cool. I love these. We've had these a couple times before. What you kind of want to do is wrap it in a little bit of a leaf, and then you really want to put a bit of that sauce on there. Oh yeah. These are pretty much like little coconut cakes. It's just a creamy little crispy flavor bomb, and then you kind of mix it with the fish sauce and the other dishes. It becomes a very addictive dish too. This might be the most exciting dish we've had. Braised duck noodle, maybe some goji berries, and then look at this giant, amazing piece of braised duck. Maybe some mushrooms too, and oh, look at that, the thin noodles too. Yes, when you get this dish, you could really smell those shiitake mushrooms. Let's try the broth first. Fairly medicinal kind of looking too. Okay, interesting. It's funny, it literally tastes like it smells. It has a little bit of medicinal quality to it, a little bit sweet, and then you definitely taste those shiitake mushroom. It's fairly mushroomy. Just kind of try to rip. Oh, so tender. Look at that. Yes, perfect. Oh, amazing. This duck, I'm not sure what it's been kind of braised in, but I think it's been braised for quite a while, and I really do kind of smell potentially like 5 spice in there. Oh yeah, wow. It almost tastes like it's good for you. The duck is so tender, very mild. You can really taste the flavor of the duck, and really not that salty too. Maybe a little bit of noodles, and then we'll move on to this hot pot here. Perfect, let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, very, very good springiness from them, fairly al dente, and I really like those kind of chewy noodles. Last dish we have, and this is pretty cool. This is like a kind of beef hot pot for 2. One of the biggest reasons I chose this dish was not for the hot pot broth, but it was actually for this fermented kind of tofu sauce, which I've never seen before. But before we do that, let's put some of these kind of noodles. So we have the hot pot broth. I think it's a beef broth, just a very simple food broth. Some more goji berries in there, of course, mushrooms, a whole bunch of meat parts. Let's put the noodle in there. I think this is kind of like a crispy kind of tofu thingy. This looks pretty good too. Bam, there you go. Let's put you all in there. I'm gonna kind of cheat a little bit. I'm gonna try the sauce. I'm gonna dip it in that fermented tofu sauce. Whoa. A little bit funky, almost cheesy, spicy, a little bit pungent, but really not that bad. It's really good. I'm loving that sauce. I think the hot pot is slowly getting ready. The noodles are becoming fairly nice here. Oh, and of course, look at these guys too. Oh, okay. I think I am ready to hot pot this up a little bit. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes. Let's go into this tofu broth. Oh, look at that. Yes. You got the noodles and the tofu curds, the skin and everything. Oh, let's get a little beef ball too. There's even a tendon. Oh, it's like Christmas came early. And apparently they've simmered this for, I think, 14 hours. So let's try it. Oh yeah, quite a bit of flavor, a little bit salty. You can definitely taste maybe some lemongrass in there too. And of course, you gotta try it, this bad boy right there. Oh, the top layer was all just fat. Oh, that's so good. Look at all that kind of beef curd, or sorry, beef curd. Look at all this tofu skin. Oh yeah. That beef curd just soaks up all the wonderful beef juices. Oh, it's just an explosion of juice and flavor. And of course, the last move, my last move of this vlog, I think, is to take this giant, amazing meatball here, put this in there, put it in the sauce. Anyways, that will be it for our Vancouver Vietnamese adventure. The last spot we went to, I thought, was really cool, very unique. I think my biggest critique of BND cuisine was the fact that every dish was fairly sweet, just a little bit too sweetness for my liking. Might be for some people, but for me, I like more salty things. But of course, as time progresses, I think they'll kind of work out the little kinks, especially on the dishes. But overall, so much potential for that restaurant. Really, really cool concept. By the time this video is published, I think we've hit the 10,000 subscriber mark. Wow, I'm kind of surprised, but also very excited that we've reached 10,000 and hopefully many more to come. Huge thank you to all our supporters, our subscribers, our patrons, pretty much everybody who has supported us in this past, I think it must be 2 years now. Anyways, so excited. Many really cool videos to come. If you do enjoy our videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon so we can notify you of future videos, and of course hit us up with those comments. Let us know how we're doing and let us know some of your favorite Vietnamese restaurants in Vancouver, because there are so many other ones, and wow, we might even make another video, you never know. Anyways, we'll see you very soon. Ciao for now.